I'm hearing we have some breaking news, and we have Jolly here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, Jolly.
Hey, Jolly.
Good to see everybody.
What's going on, brother?
Pretty good, Peter. How are you? Good to see everybody. I was hopping on just to share the breaking news. I have a source that's close to what's going on in Capitol Hill. We'll just say that. And the information I'm hearing from them is that senators now have enough votes to pass the big ugly bill. So that's going to happen. It seems like that's going to happen probably pretty imminently within the next hour or so. To give everybody an idea, there's two things I think that we should recognize with this news. Number one, the Senate intended to pass this bill overnight. That was their intent, was to pass it around midnight, 1 o'clock. That didn't happen because they didn't have the votes to pass the bill. So what changed between midnight and now? Not the bill. There was obviously some backroom deals that were made. Now, when these backroom deals are made, that means that they're not, number one, they're not public for a reason. And number two, these senators are getting some type of, bribery out of it. I'm just going to call it what it is. I mean, they've been bribed to some degree to get on board with the bill and or threaten, as we've learned with the Trump administration, he will threaten primarying or basically sicking the MAGA sycophants on you. So between midnight last night and now, there was not enough senators to vote yes. Now there is. That indicates some backroom bribery happening. Number two, what happens with the bill next? So the Senate did make revisions to this bill. It came into the Senate as around a 900-page bill. It's going in. It's now about 964 pages or 946. I'm dyslexic. I can't remember which one, but it's more. And so now it has to go back to the House because the House has to approve the new version of the bill. Representative Yasemin Ansari is currently leading a read-in in front of the Capitol. You'll start seeing some live feed come in from that soon. You'll start seeing people sharing that soon, I'm sure, where she's reading the entire 964-page Senate version of the bill for public transparency. And I'm hearing that 12 Republicans in the House are not happy with the new version, but I have about as much faith in Republicans as I do gas station sushi. So that's where we are. And unfortunately, it does look like the big ugly bill will go through the Senate within the next hour.
Jolly, when we spoke last night, we knew that Senator Rand Paul and Senator Thom Tillis had voiced strong opposition to the bill. As I understand it, negotiations went as late as 2:15, 2:30 yesterday evening with specifically Senator Susan Collins and Senator Lisa Murkowski. Viewers of the show will know that Lisa Murkowski last week tried to get a snap carve-out only for the state of Alaska within the big ugly bill. The Senate parliamentarian, I believe is Angie, noted earlier in the show, did reject that addition to the reconciliation package. Jolly, do we have any information, any reporting as to promises made to Senator Murkowski? Anything that may have sweetened the deal to get her on board?
So I'm sure there'll be more details that come out over the course of the day. As far as the bill's about to go to vote to pass, that's just news that's coming out right now. So we don't have enough information as to what made that. You're right. Murkowski, Collins, and Johnson were the three senators that were on the fence who we thought we might be able to get them to budge. There was actually a couple other senators who I was hearing through the grapevine of senators that they were on the fence as well. But it doesn't look like anybody budged, so it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. You don't necessarily need senators to vote yes as much as you need them to not vote no. And so we don't really know that they're now voting yes, but what we do know is that they are not voting no, and that's what hurts it. Because based on the numbers in the Senate, we need 4 to say no, and we only have 2. From what I'm hearing, the 2 that we had, Tillis and Rand Paul are still on a no vote, but nobody else is jumping on the board no vote. And listen, they did not vote no because they just changed their mind. They've had their mind changed. And whether it was, like I say, a bribe or a threat, something happened in those back rooms. And you better believe what happens in the dark will come to light. Over the course of today, we're going to find out what changed that vote. And when it does, I hope that people from their respective states pay attention. I hope that, everything that goes down right now in the Senate and as this goes to the House, people are paying attention. Listen, votes have consequences. And although, we called our senators, we pressured their donors. I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but yesterday, myself and a bunch of other people posted the big corporate donors on our pages for people to pressure those donors to say, hey, you donated money to these senators, tell them to vote no to the big ugly bill. We've done a lot to make them vote no. But at the end of the day, with the Republicans having the majority, we're almost helpless because votes have consequences. So now's the time to pay attention, well ahead of the 2026 elections, well ahead of any special elections happening in your state. This is what the senators are doing. This is what the Republicans are doing. It's gross. It's nasty. And pay attention.
Support comes from the Freedom from Religion Foundation. It's summer, campfires, late night conversations, people swapping stories. But lately, one group is trying to control the whole story, claiming that the U.S. was founded as a Christian nation and pushing their religion into classrooms, into courtrooms, and even your doctor's office. In Arizona, voters just protected abortion rights in the state constitution, but politicians are trying to undermine it anyway. So Texas is pushing bills to force the Ten Commandments into every public school classroom. Seriously. And in Congress, a bill just passed to strip Medicaid coverage for gender-affirming care for all ages. This isn't about personal beliefs. It's about power. And it's all happening under the banner of Christian nationalism. That's where the Freedom from Religion Foundation comes in. They've been defending church-state separation since 1978 in the courts, in the schools, and wherever religion tries to take the wheel. If you believe government should serve everyone, not just the religious right, then join them. Go to ffrf.us/freedom or text my name, Don, to 511-511 and become a member today. Join us and go to ffrf.us/freedom or text Don to 511-511 now. Because the only story that should run this country is ours, not theirs. Text fees may apply. Support for the Don Lemon Show comes from 120 Life. Did you know that high blood pressure is the #1 risk factor for mortality? 1 in 2 adults has it, and that's a 50-50 chance you're a walking time bomb. Truly. And as with many families, there's a history of high blood pressure in my own family. My mother has it, my grandmother had it, and so did my sister. It was one of the reasons she was in such poor health. My dad also had diabetes. But here's the good news. You can take control of your blood pressure naturally without relying on Big Pharma. 120 Life is a blend of great tasting superfruit juices that have been shown to actually help lower your blood pressure. It is not just for high blood pressure though. It's also beneficial for other health conditions like diabetes. 120 Life is trusted by healthcare professionals with hundreds of doctors recommending it to help manage blood pressure naturally. It provides visible, measurable changes in blood pressure. You can use a simple monitor at home to track your progress. For a limited time, try 120 Life and save 20% off. Just use the code DON at checkout at 120life.com. 120 Life offers a risk-free trial with a full refund if you don't see lower numbers in 2 weeks. So go to 120life.com and use the code DON to save 20%. There's nothing to lose except your high blood pressure numbers. Go to 120life.com and use the code DON to save 20% off. Remember, you must use the code DON to get this special offer. This is serious. This is your life we're talking about. 120 Life can help. Oh, hey. Hi, I didn't know if you guys were.
How's vacation?
Hi, Pumps. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
How are you?
I'm great.
And how's the connectivity? Is it good?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a lag.
Pumps, I'm surprised, but not surprised by Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins. I mean, they always cave and they always indicate that they're going to do something else and they're going to be more magnanimous and judicious. And then they always end up going with the Republicans or voting really against their own interests. So I'm not surprised by it. It's awful for the American people. It's a terrible bill. And I think you were just indicating, Peter, it's going to be worse for the people who actually voted for Donald Trump, for the people who supported him. They don't realize that the folks who are in states, like ours, like New York or California, not necessarily Oklahoma, Pumps, unfortunately, but that we're donor states. And all of that money, most of the money that, supports their infrastructure and their way of life comes from us. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be able to afford or even to sustain the lifestyle or even the infrastructure or the systems that they have in place to keep them, alive and really sort of validated in a sense as American citizens.
Yeah, in Oklahoma, where I live, bottom five in every statistical category you don't want to be in: education, place for women, healthcare, poverty, murder. On the high side, all of these southern states that are so moral and ethical, they're in the bottom of everything. And they're so worried about owning the libs when in reality, the libs support their way of life, but they don't understand that. And they're so hooked into the Fox News of it all that they think now that they pay more for stuff, they're patriotic. And it's okay because we're patriotic paying more for eggs. And Donald Trump said, this is the lowest prices have been. So everybody assumes, well, they're low everywhere but here. Because I believe Donald Trump, they're so dissociated from what's actually happening to them. The reality is they're paying more for everything. They're losing healthcare. But if he says prices are down and Biden did it, they're like, okay.
And that's exactly why I believe that it will not matter.
Jolly is joining us. Jolly, we're on, as you know, with Pumps and Peter and Nikki. And Jolly, I'm on vacation. And Jolly's like, they have the votes to pass the bill. Let's jump on. I said, I'm not getting great connectivity. So Jolly, you're not surprised by Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins, are you?
No, Don, to answer your question, I'm not surprised by anything Republicans do anymore. But when Murkowski made it clear that she was willing to flip if Alaska was cut out from the bill, it let me know really where she stands. Because that basically says, like if the five of us, if there was a bill about to pass and affect the five of us, and I say, hey, as long as you cut me out of it, screw the other four. That's what she did that's what she did to America. Now, granted, the parliamentarian blocked that, et cetera, for all the right reasons. But, they have no morals. And I want to reiterate what I said earlier. Nothing changed in the bill from midnight last night to right now. So the only thing that changed was people's minds, and people don't just change their minds without some sort of motivation.
Yeah. Did you guys, to be honest with you, I haven't watched the show, not because I don't love you guys, it's just I don't have great connectivity. But you talked about Elon Musk and Donald Trump, right, in this feud heating up. I'm sure that's...
Briefly, we didn't go through all the texts yet because we had this breaking news, but...
Yeah, but it's not, it's a bit surprising to me that Elon Musk has gone as far as he has about criticizing this bill, and now Donald Trump has come all the way over. It feels like it's weird to have Donald Trump and Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson sounding like, more rational, sort of centrist about this bill and about what's happening in America. Now Donald Trump saying, Elon Musk, you wouldn't have your wealth. You would be sent back to South Africa if you did not have government subsidies and grants in order to be able to do what you do. And Elon Musk is saying, I hate this bill. It's ridiculous. But it's odd, Jolly, to be in this place where we're having to agree with Tucker Carlson, Elon Musk, Candace Owens, and others about this bill and other things. Support for the Don Lemon Show today comes from Brickhouse Nutrition. Guys, you should go big on this sale and get stocked up on the best supplements from Brickhouse Nutrition. Their July 4th sale is on, and for a limited time, you could save 25% off everything with the code word Fireworks25. That includes Lean, their #1 selling weight loss supplement. No injections, just real results from studied natural ingredients. It's a great time to slim down for summer. Or you can try Field of Greens. It is the superfruit and vegetable drink that literally promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back. See, it's risk-free. So Field of Greens, by the way, happens to be my personal favorite. It is all natural, and I get all the nutrition I need from a bunch of different vegetables and fruits. Literally, everything from Brickhouse Nutrition is incredible, and I hear listeners rave about their collagen peptides, and beauty experts swear that collagen is the fountain of youth for your skin and hair. So guys, let's go. Let's get stocked up on their incredible supplements, okay? Go to brickhousenutrition.com and use the code word Fireworks25 for 25% off. This sale's only on for a few days, and I know these products are gonna sell out, okay? So that's brickhousenutrition.com, brickhousenutrition.com.
I mean, listen, Maya Angelou said when somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. And like the mask is off. Everybody is saying, hey, I know Elon Musk was getting government subsidies, but I didn't care until he got mad at me. Hey, I know this bill was horrible, but I was backing it until you dropped my EV mandate. Like all of these people, Tucker Carlson calling him out, being an actual journalist, who would have thought it, and calling these people out. That means he knew the whole time what they really were about, but he played the game as long as it benefited him. And, as much as the other side hurls accusations our way that we are the fake news, that we are the ones spreading misinformation, that we are the ones that are, peddling conspiracies, it's never this side of the aisle where the mask comes off and we see the true colors. We're seeing that now. And I think that people really need to take heed of that. Not people that already agree with us, but people that, maybe were voting for that prior.
Yeah. It's astounding to me. I mean, Pumps, I don't know if you guys read it before. Let me read this to you. But this is from Donald Trump. He says, Elon Musk knew long before he so strongly endorsed me for president that I was strongly against the EV mandate. It is ridiculous and was always a major part of my campaign. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far. And without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune in capital letters. And our country would save a fortune, as he said, in capital letters. Perhaps we should have Doge take a good hard look at this. Big money to be saved. What kind of universe are we living in right now?
It's unhinged. It's absolutely unhinged. You have two emotionally and mentally unwell people hashing it out on social media, Real Housewives style. But Donald Trump hits all the buttons. I might deport you. I'll, send you back to South Africa. We're going to doge you. Here's the reality. Elon Musk doesn't give a shit about the people that are going to lack health care and food because of this bill. He doesn't give a shit about the deficit. He gives a shit about how this affects me. And I paid $300 million and I wanted everything. I got all the investigations into myself kicked out. I awarded myself new subsidies, but I want more. I want more. Donald Trump does not give a shit about anything except for Donald Trump. He's making $1 billion a month. He just launched his new fragrance, which we all know he stinks. Like for 10 years, all we've heard about is how this man has this rotten odor around him. So the perfume just blows my mind. But the reality is neither one of these people have anything to do with caring or ethical morals about the American people or this bill. It is how can we propel our interest, full stop. And this bill also gives the executive branch so much more power, cuts into the judicial power. It's Project 2025 on steroids. So I say, let the girls keep fighting. Let's hear more, because in my mind, in my opinion, when I look at Donald Trump and Elon Musk's relationship around the election, I see nothing but nefarious conduct.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to start ratting each other out, I'm here for it, because I think there were crimes committed to win this election that we have no idea about.
Agreed. I actually agree with that. And also, let me say this real quick. I think we lost Don. Let me say this real quick. When you talk about the big beautiful bill being Project 2025, I think it's important that we reiterate that. There's a reason that Donald Trump called this one big beautiful bill, because it's not, we get so caught up in the budget aspect of it. It's going to cut Medicaid, it's going to close hospitals, because by the way, that matters and that's important. But there's a bunch of stuff in this bill other than just budget, because this was the one big beautiful bill. Keep in mind, Donald Trump has passed less legislation than any president in the previous 100 years. He has been ruling by way of executive order because his intent was to get this one big, beautiful bill through, which is going to do, as Angie just mentioned, several things. It's going to extend the powers of the executive branch. It's going to limit the powers of the judicial branch, which, by the way, were just previously limited when the Supreme Court passed a ruling saying, hey, you can't be mean to Donald Trump. And thirdly, it's actually allocating a shit ton of funding over to the Department of Homeland Security for ICE. And if you don't think that ICE is about to become the new executive branch's personal army, then you're not paying attention. This is 100% Project 2025 wrapped up in what? One big ugly bill.
On that note, we have Don back.
Hey, yeah. Look, I'm going to let you guys carry on. You've been doing such a great job. Pumps, thank you so much. Jolly, thank you guys for looking out for me. You always have my back. Jolly's like, we have breaking news. I said to Pumps, I'm like, Pumps, I have connectivity issues. She's like, I'm there. So I love you guys, and Nikki and Andy and Peter, you guys always take care of the channel. And so thank you. I'm going to let you guys go because I keep cutting out, but I'll see you guys
Enjoy
soon.
your vacation.
Enjoy your vacation.
Have a margarita.
Yeah.
Or 3.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Enjoy.
See ya, Don.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never, ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.